Hey guys, Happysplasher here. Good afternoon. So right now we're going to continue with the world event. So yeah, let's keep going. Currently we are on chapter 3, Croc lives. Croc lives? Croc lives. And so first of all, let's check out the history. As you can see, the Dandy Croc is the boss at the very end. We'll head over to the roadmap and we'll go start on the quest. This one here is defeat Mushy. We'll hit the go. And this brings us to a battle. And they do have a skill, so at the end of the turn, we'll summon 2 myceliums to the melee ally cells. The sample I took from you proved me right. It was you who killed Mariko. Why? Ha! Don't you get it? You were trying to divert my attention from you, right? You put this murder on Sheer-Shah. But why? Like I'm gonna tell you. That's messed up. I want to know, though. Okay, let's take a look at the buildings. And here are the myceliums here. They will summon a Spore lock, and then we'll also die at the beginning of the turn. We also have this Mizu the Sea Foam here with some water elementals and some attack boost, health boost, and heal. Let's go over here. We'll start with our hero skill that will allow us to get some gifts that will deal some damage to heroes around. And then we'll also go over here on A1 with this Grace of Rockleaf. We're using her random damage skill to clear out some enemies.
Whoa!
And because she actually cleared out seven heroes, she will get 7 extra attacks. Those also include those buildings. So at this point, even with this cultist summoning a bush in front of itself, we're just going to skip the turn. And we'll let the 7 extra attacks clear out the Mushy here. So that was Mushy. We'll head back to the roadmap and continue. Okay, we got another ad once again. Okay, we're on this next quest here. Activate Legendary Obelisk in place of power 4 times. We'll hit the go. And this brings us over to the place of power. As you can see, we do hit a new level and our Obelisk rewards are now increased. We are a little short of the 4 Obelisk activations because 5,000 times 4 is 20,000, but maybe we'll get some bonus runes. We'll see what happens. So we'll skip the animation, activate it 3 times.
Legendary.
And we get a whole bunch of Dandy Croc, which is not bad at all. We're a little short. Let me see if we can go grab some over here in the bosses section. We do have a couple of attempts right now. And even with this, 100, 200, 300... or 5, so we're a little short right now. We'll have to get the rest of the runes offline, and so we will see you guys later. Alright guys, we are back. Currently we're on this quest, activate Legendary Obelisk in place of power 4 times. We have done that offline, and so we will now continue. Okay, we have our next set of quests here. Up top, use the Sir Biscuit skin to defeat other players 2 times. Behind that, we have boost any of the event legendaries 9 times. On the bottom, we have get 1600 souls of legendary heroes in summons or in chests. We'll start with this quest up top. This one is use the Sir Biscuit skin to defeat other players 2 times. We'll hit the go. And this brings us over to the squad. First of all, we'll need to switch over to the Sir Biscuit skin, which is part of the Son of Woods family. Haven't said Son of Wood in such a long time. And we're also going to equip our pet, try to make this a little easier. And at this point, we will need to do some battles. And we're actually going to do them over here in the brawl. And also get them done now, as opposed to offline. And hopefully this will be fairly quick.
Yeah.
Start off with some gifts over here. It's not what we want to do. It's okay, we'll try and deal as much damage as we can first. Right now, in a race against this Dragara. Okay, so that'll be cleared out. Could look to try and clear that out. So that'll be destroyed in combat. You know, we'll go over here on the 3 with the Kabas. Give us a little bit of block onto our Warlord.
Yeah.
Okay, that's not good. That we have the Shadow Shimuna here with the Shard that gives Mental Shield. We're gonna go with the Silence just to stop these heroes. And then on top of that, let's see. So this will still be around. So unfortunately, we will need to stop that. We're gonna go with the Dead Lord here on C2. And at this point, they are activating the damage skill for the Morgoth. Okay, and we're taking additional damage that way. These will still be around. Still gonna have block. Let's actually go with the Tiling Dragon Dance here on D1. And probably gonna be taking lethal now just because of the attack still happening. Ugh, unfortunate. If we had better RNG on the gifts, we would have actually cleared out the Dragara and then not have to worry about blocking. Alright, well, we'll try that again. And if this doesn't work this time around, we will need to make changes to our squad. So we'll try the gifts again. And we'll actually place the Grace here on C1. Pretty sure 7 things would have been cleared out, but okay. Let's go next with the Koshi over here on B3 to get a strong attacker on the board. Okay, we're going to go next with the Silence to stop the reflect damage off of the Tiling Dragon Dance. And then we'll go with the Masora over... actually, we'll go with the Kabas over here on B3. We have the 7 extra attacks now from the Grace, because we did clear out those gifts and the buildings on turn 1. And there you go. So that was victory number 1, presumably. Yep. Okay, and we will hop in Brawl for victory number 2. Okay, this time around we're going to start with the Koshi over here on A3. And the reason why is because I want to be able to draw out heroes first. We do, and then we'll follow up next with the gifts. And then, presumably, we'll go with the Grace of Rockfleet here on A1. Okay, not quite enough in order to destroy. We'll also see this Vilno Mad Genius giving a health boost at the beginning of... well, actually at the end of the turn. We'll go with the Silence now to actually stop this Eoster. That is going to silence our Koshi. And let's see. Not quite enough. We'll go with... we'll actually go with our own Yoster over here on B1. And the reason why we're going with the Yoster is because of the health boost skill at the end of the turn. Because we still need to have some sort of field. Looks like the whole thing was just transformed by the Madam Agony over here. Not what we want to see. We'll go with the Masora here on B3. Okay, a little bit of damage happening at the beginning of the turn. Okay, we also have this Aphrodite which deals damage at the end of the turn equal to the health of one of these enemies here. We'll go with the Yorick here on D1. And they are running low in health, but they do have also the Soulbinders here to also block and then deal damage to our heroes. Whoa! Where did the massive healing come from? Oh, did we miss damage? Let's see. Yeah, at this point we are going to be taking lethal because of the number of Soulbinders able to clear out the rest of our board. That's what I don't like about the Sir Biscuit skin, in that there's not really too much going for it in terms of the hero skills. Silence is good. The gifts are okay. You only have 1 clear, but that final skill, the one that gives runes, is not that useful. Alright, well, we'll keep going. We'll go with the Masora here on B3. Try to get some copies on the board. Go for some early damage. Okay, we have the Aharon's God's Will with the Phantom attack. We're going to go with the Koshi over here on... go over here on D1 to actually slow down this Phantom attack off of the Aharon. Okay, at this point we are going to go with our gifts. Then we'll follow up next with a Silence to stop the Phantom attack. Then we'll also go with the Grace here on B1. Using the random damage in order to clear out some gifts. And then also open up some spaces to attack. Okay, we got a little bit of a health gain going on here with the Alexandria coming out with the Life Palace. At this point, we're going to go with the Yoster here on A1 for the open lane. And there we go. So that was victory number 2. Okay, at this point, we will head back to the roadmap and continue. Oh, another ad. All right, we have this next quest here. Boost any of the event legendaries 9 times. We'll hit the go. And this brings us over to the squad. What I'll do first is close this out and then head over to the guild. Then go to the bonuses. And, oh, I think we might be a little short. Oh, we are a little short on this. We're going to activate our bonuses because we will need to save the dust. And as you can see, it does lower the cost of the boost. We can spend a little bit of gems, which you will, just because we do want to save the dust. Okay, and then we'll head back to the squad, and then we'll find those event heroes. So we'll filter for nature. They're actually all melee heroes, and at this point, they're also legendaries. So we'll filter for 1. As you see, it does count for this quest, and the cost also does go up every time. So that's why we do want to activate that bonus. So that's number 1. Danny Croc here for number 2. And we'll find the Loath Spore over here for number 3. I'm hungry for breakfast. Okay, well, we are now complete with that quest. We'll head back to the roadmap, and we'll do the bottom quest down here. This one is get 1,600 souls of legendary heroes in summon or in chest. We'll hit the go. And this brings us over to the summon hall. We have a couple of options available. We could go over to the Might Pass, and we are still very far from getting a legendary chest. We can also go to the League, and we do have a legendary chest available, but we will actually do this. So we'll head over to the summon hall. We do have a couple of these chests available for opening because of the progress rewards every time you do a summon here. So as you'll see, if we do 1, it does count for this. So we just need to do a couple more. And we figure we might as well just do these because these themselves don't count as summons. Whereas if you open up a League chest or a Mighty Pass chest, it does count as a summon. But this chest specifically does count for the souls, as you see there. So we'll open up one more. And as you can see, we are now complete. We'll head back to the roadmap and continue. Okay, we have this next quest here, defeat Necromonger. We'll hit the go. And this brings us to a battle. And they do have a skill, so whenever an enemy dies, they'll get a health boost. Where is Lilith? I didn't find her back home. She's at my swamp. I'm looking for a way to kill her. Difficult task, but I'll manage. You don't know what you're doing, Croc. Yes. Please don't murder. Okay, let's take a look at the buildings. And we have this Wind Warrior here with some flight and an attack boost. We'll go with the York here on A1 to destroy the buildings, get an attack boost, and deal some damage over to the boss. I lost Mariko. Now you're gonna lose Lilith. Then you'll understand how I feel, Lord Protector. I'll find her, Croc. Hopefully you will. Okay, so that was Necromonger. We'll head back to the roadmap and continue. Okay, another ad as we see here. All right, we have our next set of quests. We have up top, perform Demigods, Gods of War, or Miracle Summons 20 times. Behind that, we have Soulbind the event legendaries 9 times. On the bottom, we have spend 30,000 runes. As usual, we are going to hold off spending on this quest for the 30,000 runes because there is a quest later on where you will need to spend 50,000. So in this case, we'll do the quest up top. This one here is perform Demigods, Gods of War, or Miracle Summons 20 times. We'll hit the go. And we're at the summon hall right now. We do have the option to spend on the Demigods, the Gods of War, or the Miracle Summons. And for the miracle summons, we do have plenty of scrolls, but I would prefer to use the miracle scrolls for either the Order or the Chaos faction because those are the heroes that I typically use. The nature ones are only needed if we have to unlock a new hero, but we already have these heroes. So in this case, we'll go up top to the summon hall, or rather just the normal summons, and we'll do the demigod scrolls. So here are the first 10.
Epic.
Another thing too about this is that if you are out of scrolls, but you do spend on a 10x demigods, you can get a discount on them. So you can actually use less gems for the next 10. But I'm not sure if it's going to happen here because we already have enough scrolls. If we had a number, say 18 instead of 22, then I'm sure that they would actually prompt us to spend gems. And it will be discounted because we did go through the 10x.
Epic.
So we'll find out once we open these first 10 and see what is available.
Epic. Epic.
Okay, and so it doesn't look like that is an option. As you can see, there is no discount here for spending, no option to spend on gems, and you have to use the full 10 demigod scrolls. So we will do that just to finish up this quest. And you know, we can actually see it after we open or we unlock these other scrolls here. Ooh, got some Vanakori. Very nice.
Epic. 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 Epic.
Okay, getting some double copies of the event rares. Very nice.
Epic. Epic.
And as you see, we do get a discount if we do want to spend on some more demigod scrolls using gems. But if we have enough demigod scrolls, this won't be offered. So in this case, we'll head back now to the roadmap. We're not going to be spending on more demigods because we do need more gems for later. And so we'll now continue. Okay, once again, another ad. And looks like we have this quest already completed. This one is Soulbind any of the event rares, or sorry, any of the event legendaries 9 times. We do have these heroes from before, and so that is why this one is also complete. And so we will now continue. Okay, we have this next quest here, defeat Sheer-Shah. We'll hit the go. And this brings us to a battle. And they do have a skill, so whenever an ally appears, they will get an attack boost for every wounded enemy, except buildings. Please, friend, let me go. I bought a ticket out of here. I need your help, Sheer-Shah. You remember the old times? You and me against the world? I'm not a kid anymore. I know that you want to trade me for your Lilith. Without her, Pangaea is doomed. I'm sorry, but I'm out of options here. And that's pretty corrupt, especially since he's the one who lost somebody. Not okay. All right, let's take a look at the buildings. And we'll summon Yorick on A1 to get rid of these buildings, get an attack boost. Sheer-Shah, listen, I can't do this without you. Let's try to be smart here. We'll beat the hell out of this crocodile, bring back Lilith, and you'll be free to go. I promise, Sheer-Shah. Come on, for the old time's sake. You know what? I think this is going to be fun. What? Wait, I thought we're trying to help. Okay, this is... All right. The story's all mixed up at this point. That was Sheer-Shah. We'll head back to the roadmap and continue. Okay, looks like we have this quest already completed. This one is level up any of the event legendaries to level 15. We do have these heroes from before. Also, this is why this one is complete. So we will now continue. Okay, we have our next quest here, defeat villain. We'll hit the go. And this brings us to a battle. And they do have a skill, so at the end of the turn, we'll summon 2 big myceliums to melee allied cells. I knew that Crocodile would go nuts if I kill his precious Mariko. I foresaw his decision to destroy the summon hall and Loath, and your whole worthless world with them. And my spores will finally grow. Me and my people together will create Pangea fungus, and this land will be ours to rule and live in. Can't say I'm impressed with your plan. I would be if it succeeded, but it won't. Angry mushroom. Okay, let's take a look at the buildings. Okay, and we have these big myceliums here that will summon a hero when he dies. Or actually, no, at the beginning of the turn. And then also we have this Lady Wild here with some plus poison to an attack. Let's see. We'll go with our gifts. And then we'll also go with the Grace of Rockfleet here on B1. Using the random damage to clear out the Lady Wild and then also those buildings. And at this point, because of the number of clears, we do have 7 extra attacks. We have this Marquis de Sade here that does poison damage whenever an enemy attacks. But we should be enough for damage here. Skip the turn. Get rid of the Marquis de Sade. He does heal a little bit, but just enough damage. Let me tell you how it's going to be. You lock me up in prison. I spend there a good time. And then I'll run away. You're too soft to kill me for real, Lord Protector. You sure? That's sad. Okay, that was Villain. Head back to the roadmap and continue. Okay, we have an ad, but we also have our next set of quests. This one up top is spend 3,500 gems. Behind that, we have level up Danny Croc to level 17. On the bottom, we have spend 50,000 runes. We'll start with this quest up top. This one here is spend 3,500 gems. We'll hit the go. And this brings us over to the Summon Hall. What we'll actually do, as normal, is head out and we'll start spending on Legendary Draft. As you can see off of the first spend, it does count for this quest, so we'll need to do some more Legendary Draft offline, and so we will see you guys later. Alright guys, we are back. Currently we're on this quest, spend 3,500 gems. We have done this offline, and so we will now continue. Okay, looks like we have an ad, and we have another quest already completed. This one here is level up Dandy Croc to level 17. We do have this hero from before, and so that's why this quest here is already complete. So we'll go down to the bottom quest and see if we can get that one done. This one here is spend 50,000 runes. We'll hit the go. And this brings us over to the Place of Power. We will spend on the Legendary Obelisk, and hopefully we get some more bonus runes. And we do, so that's good.
Legendary.
And we don't. However, we're just 5k short. We'll need to get a little bit more runes offline, and so we will see you guys later. Alright guys, we are back. Currently we're on this quest, spend 50,000 runes. We have done this offline, and so we will now continue. Okay, once again, another ad. Okay, we have our next quest here, open Mystical Box in Place of Power 4 times. We'll hit the go. And this brings us over to the Place of Power. We do have the mystical boxes because of the spending the 50,000 runes on the previous quest. So we'll just open up these mystical boxes and take care of those. And hopefully we'll get some better rewards along the way. This here is bad.
Legendary.
This here is very good.
Legendary.
This here is bad.
Legendary.
And this here is okay. So we got a couple of extra heroes. Was really looking to get more runes, but that's okay. We'll head back to the roadmap and continue. Okay, we're on the final quest of the world event. This is defeat Dandy Croc. We'll hit the go. And this brings us to a battle. And they do have a skill, so whenever an enemy dies, they will get a health boost. Croc, for the last time, Sheer-Shah didn't kill your Mariko. It was Loath Spore Sour. Don't worry, I took care of him. Roar! Croc, are you there? Die! Man, he's angry. Okay, let's take a look at the buildings. And we'll summon this York here on C1 to clear out these buildings. Get an attack boost. Mariko, why did they take you away? Sometimes we lose our loved ones, Croc. This is life. What matters is that at the end of the day, the world keeps spinning. I just don't understand. I thought I deserve a sip of happiness, you know? But it looks like I don't. Everyone deserves some happiness, Croc. This is not your fault. Oh yeah? What happens now, huh? Do I deserve forgiveness? Because sometimes, I swear, I think I'm hopeless. There's an old saying, the darkest hour is just before the dawn. She loved me, and I failed her. She trusted me, and I let her down, see? We all lose people we care about, and this fear inside of us. You think that everything is ruined because you did something wrong, because you just couldn't do things well enough. But come on, look up, look at the sun. It's still up there, isn't it? Sounds like the dialogue from Batman Dark Knight Rises. Oh boy. Okay, well, we'll head back to the roadmap and continue. Okay, here is the biography / end card for Chapter 3, Danny Croc. No one lives in peace in the marshes of Pangaea. Danny Croc knows all about it. Being the most dangerous thug in the area, he often encountered overgrown plants. There was a rumor that Poison Floss ate Danny Croc and his gang. But Croc lived and even became a well-known bounty hunter. Truth be told, any mention of Poison Floss still awakens a primal rage in Dandy. Fortunately, recently he met a nice lady, Mariko, and she managed to keep this reptilian's violent temper at bay. But who knows for how long. Tragic. Okay, we'll grab our rewards here. Okay, another ad. We did get the medal and nice portrait. At this point, we will collect the rewards, even though there are still a couple of days left to get runes. We'll grab the ones that are available here. So first, let's head over to the event pass. We'll open up the rest of these chests.
Epic.
Again, another ad. And we'll get some of these runes as well. We won't activate the premium pass. And now we'll head over to the place of power. And then we'll spend once again on the legendary obelisks.
Legendary.
Skip the animation. We did get some bonus runes, which is nice. And we'll keep spending.
Legendary.
Ooh, got some gems back. Cool. All right, did we fill up for another mystical box? We did. So that's good. We'll open that one up. Skip the animation. And got some more runes, which we'll use to come back.
Legendary.
Okay, got some more Dandy Croc. And a little short on the next mystical box. As mentioned, we do have a couple of days left. In fact, we have 3 days left, so we'll be able to grind out some more runes, hopefully get some more rewards, and then that'll be it. So yeah, so thanks guys for tuning in. We'll see you guys later. This is Happysplasher, signing off.